I get comments quite often asking if I'll ever cover network radios again on the channel, and the answer to that is twofold. Firstly, I don't really dabble with network radio that much at the moment, and secondly, many of the devices aren't particularly noteworthy in terms of functionality. This is because at the end of the day, their primary use in the network radio community is to run the Zello app. For those new to these devices, they're basically a simplified smartphone that people like to use as a dedicated handset to run voice over IP applications such as RealPTT, Zello, Echolink, and many others. They're made by various different companies and have gained popularity in the last 5 years or so. There's handsets and mobile variants, and because they use mobile data or the internet, you can talk around the world. I picked this one up about 6 months ago and thought I'd give you a bit of a demo. This is the Anyseku W8, an IP54 rated waterproof, dustproof and shockproof network radio. It works on 4G, and at this point I'll answer the most common question I receive. Do these need a SIM card? Well, it's a dual SIM device, but it works perfectly fine over Wi-Fi or tethered to a hotspot. It has a high-definition display, capacitive touchscreen, very simple operation, and very few buttons to confuse things. It runs Android 8.1 operating system and has a front 2 megapixel camera as well as a 5 megapixel smart focus camera on the rear. The battery capacity is 5300 mAh, which will last a long time as the screen can be turned off whilst using Zello to conserve battery life. The design is really simple too. On the left is the volume up and down controls as well as the PTT, and on the right is the flashlight on and off switch and 2 programmable buttons. On the top is the small antenna, flashlight, and emergency button should you use an app that supports this, and it can also be programmed for other functions. There's also a USB charge port as well. On the front is a very large screen, basic control pad, and wait for it, the emergency light button. This is a bit of a novelty and doesn't have any practical application, so make of it what you will. The battery slides onto the back and screws into place, and just above is the camera, with the front camera in the top right of the screen. Operation-wise, there's not really anything to go into, as it's that same familiar Android operating system we're used to. The device has Google Play Store installed, and mine came with Zello installed too. It supports a multitude of apps and also has Wi-Fi, mobile data operation, and comes with Bluetooth, meaning you can add various Bluetooth peripherals such as a speaker mic or PTT buttons and the like. There is an EU and US version of this device depending on what frequency bands your country uses, and the option to select is available at the checkout when you purchase. The price is anywhere between £80 and £95 at the time of filming, and for the form factor and large display, it's about average. So overall, these devices are all in a similar league. You can't really fault them for what we're using them for, Zello. If you want a smartphone quality device to use Zello with, an iPhone or the latest Samsung is for you. If you want an adaptable device solely for Zello and similar PTT applications, you can't go wrong. If you'd like to see more network radios, then let me know, as this was a request video. I have picked up a few more in the last year, so I'm happy to show them if that's something you'd enjoy.